So now you know how to equip weapons and how to personalize your character, but you still don't know how to use them in battle. So now I will show you how to move, how to walk, and how to crouch, and of course any other infantry tactics like cover and stuff. So first of all, the walking. So with the W key you walk forwards, and if you walk forward then you can also sprint by using the shift key. So just shift and you will sprint with an awesome speed. So you can choose your direction with either the mouse moving to left and right or by using A and D. A is for left and D is for right walking, and further you can walk back with S. So yeah, you can aim with your gun by pressing the right mouse button, and you can adjust your aim with moving the mouse around. Crouching is important as well. You can crouch using your CTRL key. So if you crouch when you don't have any noise walking, and further you can get some more cover. For example, here you can have this as cover if you stand when you cannot aim there, so you can shoot guys over there. You can also jump by pressing the spacebar. If you jump, then you can jump, for example, on those boxes or stuff, and you can also jump off something. If you stand in front of a ladder, then you can simply climb up it by pressing and holding the W key. So you can use the front camera by pressing F to see how high you are. You can also just watch down. So if you want to go down on the ladder, then you just have to press and hold your S key. You can also jump off a ladder by using the spacebar, but make sure that you are not too high, since you would lose HP if you jump from way too high. Let's come to weapons. So you got 4 main weapons as you can use with any class, and further you got some others, but the main important weapons are of course your main gun, which is class different, so every class can use shotguns, but you have, for example, as an engineer, an SMG, and yeah, you can use aim sight with pressing the right mouse button, as I said before. And yeah, further, every class has a pistol, so you have a secondary weapon, and yeah, this is also by default, but this is not the default pistol, and yeah, pretty similar, and this is either a backup if you are out of ammo, or it is your main gun for different situations. So for example, as a sniper you will need a pistol as soon as it gets in close quarter fighting. Yeah, further you got a knife as default weapon, and you can get on every class fragmental grenades, so you throw them just on the ground and they explode. Yeah, just like that. There are multiple tactics to fire your main weapon. If you just hold your mouse button, then you will have fast firing rate but quite a lot of recoil. So this is the main problem if you fire in auto fire. You can also shoot bursts, which make it very accurate to fire on longer ranges. So you just shoot 3 or 4 times, and then you make a short pause and stop a bit, and yeah, that will work. So you have the last option is to just one click, and this is the most important in my opinion and the most effective, since you just click very fast with your mouse, which makes it to have very low recoil, but you still have a fast firing rate, and this is very useful for example submachine guns, as you just saw. But if you use, for example, an assault rifle, then the burst firing option might be better. So this just depends on the style of weapon. And yeah, now we will come to the tactics. Most important tactic in my opinion is team play. So you can do with any class something for a team, and I will just give you some examples. So as an engineer you can repair friendly vehicles just by using your repair tool. For using the repair tool, stand in front of a vehicle and hold left mouse button just as you would fire any gun. So as an assault you can refill your teammates' ammo by using your ammo boxes, and yeah, as a medic you can refill the health of other soldiers, also enemies unfortunately, by using your medic boxes. And as a sniper you are meant to spot enemies either by using the motion sensor or just by using the spot function any class has. So use press and hold Q and then press the left mouse button to spot something. This place here is very good for showing cover, so you get many types of different cover here, as you can use in any game. So for example, this low beton blocks here, they are pretty nice for taking some cover and crouching as well if you need some cover, and also they have this small gadge here, so you can look through this and shoot enemies over there, for example, and yeah, pretty good covered, but you are limited to a short range and have a short field of view. So yeah, low walls are pretty good cover, the best in my opinion. You have to crouch though to have them as maximum level, but you have the perfect sight, and as much you can see as much as if you would stand, but there's also only your head sticking around, and yeah, you can shoot enemies pretty good and they can hardly spot you, and yeah, you got some good protection for your body. So yeah, those stuff here is also good for cover, since you can just stand. They are pretty similar to the small walls, and yeah, they stand, and you can also shoot over there, but at this position you have a smaller field of view, since you can't look at that big range. Yeah, further cover racks are on many maps as well, for example Corkand or yeah, Shocky, and here they are just medium cover, since you have a part from your body protected, but you can still be shot, for example through this window, and yeah, they don't offer that great cover, and you are still relatively easy to spot. So trees and stuff are also cover, so especially due to those yeah, green stuff, you are hard to see, although you can be shot through this, and yeah, it's pretty good for snipers in my opinion. And yeah, also those here you cannot walk in, but into those gaps they are good for cover as well. So use anything in cover you can, since it will save your life anyway. And yeah, you can still shoot enemies just as you would stand here, but if you stand there, then you are much easier target than if you crouch here. And also just leaning left or right from cover is good enough for taking some out, and yeah, for taking enemies out. Please note that you should never ever get cover behind a vehicle. They might explode and this will hurt, just as you see now. And yeah, you will lose XP, never do this. So yeah, there are always two ways you may go. So the one is the straight rush. So for example, let's now go to base B, and the straightest way is always the fastest. So yeah, that is this one here. So you will die probably, or take some damage at least. And yeah, just like this. So it is not safe and you get in danger, but it is by far the fastest way to get somewhere. So if you take this way, then you will take the flag, for example, fast. So I don't say that it is bad always, but in the most situations the safer way is better. So you sneak around the corner and take away the enemy won't expect probably. So for example, let's go through the backside area. Yeah, coming from behind is always a great stuff, since enemies will force their power on one point or one front line. So if you come behind that front line, which can be a bit difficult depending on the combat situation, you are in a good position to capture a base, or taking out enemy soldiers, or taking out a tank, depending on the situation again. So now I can take the base relative easy. So still you have many enemies waiting here, so I won't say that you don't need to pay attention on your troops and the enemy troops in the area. But now I can come from behind and helping my teammates by now to capture the base. And here we go, we got it. So yeah, that's the most important combat tactic beside the cover taking.